Hello, 724 News is on the air and Roxana Newsora is in the studio. A variety of leather footwear, accessories and component materials was presented at 73rd exhibition Most Shoes, held from September 5th to 8th in Moscow. Products of more than 1,000 brands from 27 countries were demonstrated. The permanent exhibitors included not only leading German, Italian and Chinese manufacturers of leather and footwear products, but also domestic enterprises. They in turn were presented at the collective stand of Association of Leather and Shoe Enterprises of Uzbekistan, Uzbek Charm Poyabzala. My colleague found out how domestic manufacturers surprised wholesale buyers and retailers this time.
The Uzbek delegation is one of the most active participants of Most Shoes. Deputy chairman of the Association Uzbek Charm Poyabzala, Sardor Umurzakov, was one of the first who delivered a presentation on the leather footwear industry of Uzbekistan, its development strategy and investment opportunities. He focused on the action strategy for 2017-2021, developed by our head of state. He shared information about the reforms carried out in the country. He provided information on socio-economic development of Uzbekistan, the state and development of leather and footwear manufacturing, and the measures for further development and opportunities for potential investors. According to Sardor Umurzakov, enterprises of the association produce about 40 million pairs of shoes annually, 17 million of which are leather-made. They also produce about 500 million square decimeters of finished leather and semi-finished products. He also touched upon the issues of the structure of export, highlighting that by the end of 2025, it is planned to increase exports to $1 billion. Representatives of the association congratulated the management of Most Shoes with the 20th anniversary of the exhibition, which passed exactly 20 years ago in Moscow. They presented a commemorative gift, wishing to reach new heights and expanding horizons. Returning to the exhibition, it is worth noting that, as recognized by the participants, this exhibition is a good platform for them in terms of the search and selection of new customers, contacts, intensification of trade relations.
150 prevention inspectors of law enforcement bodies took a solemn oath in the center of the capital at the monument to Amir Timur on September 10. After that, the keys to the service apartments and cars were handed over. According to the decree and the resolution of the President, the state must provide prevention inspectors with comfortable housing for efficiency of work in the territory of their service. It's expected that by the end of 2018, the inspectors will be allocated 1,327 service flats and 3,829 office dwellings in all regions of the country. 150 prevention inspectors working in supporting points of the capital took an oath last weekend in which they promised to protect the peaceful life, the rights and interests of citizens of the country. Then, around the monument of Amir Timur, they were given keys to Matisse cars and service apartments on a credit basis so that they could perform their duties qualitatively, not worrying about the family. It should be noted that such an event has taken place in Uzbekistan for the first time. The chairman of the Senate, the state advisors to the President, the chairman of the Women's Committee, the General Prosecutor, the Ministers of Defense and Internal Affairs, Hakim of Tashkent, chairman of Nurani and Mahalla funds, Hakims and prosecutors of the capital's districts, as well as relatives of the prevention inspectors took part in it. To avoid delinquency, City Department of Internal Affairs officers need to be closer to the people to promptly eliminate the problems that may arise in the mahallas. It's significant that over the past 8 months of this year, the number of crimes and offences committed in the country has decreased by 6,000 compared to last year. In many mahallas, there weren't any offences committed at all. Financial institutions of our country take an active part in modernizing the country's economy, ensuring production facilities with modern technology. Uzbekistan is also among them. Supporting small businesses and private entrepreneurship is one of the priority areas of the bank's activities. Thus, it provides the population with loans on favorable terms and at attractive interest rates. Details in the next story. Uzbekistan renders comprehensive support to young people who decided to start their own business. One of the successfully operating branches of the bank is its central operational regional branch. In 2017, this branch allocated loans to the college graduates in the amount of 327 million sums for development of entrepreneurial activities.
As of September 1st, 2017, most of the loans allocated by the Central Operational Regional Branch of Uzbekistan accounted for small businesses. In particular, 34,402,000,000 sums were allocated for crediting small business, 4,600,000,000 sums for development of service sector, 1,736,000,000 sums for development of women's business, 3,740,000,000 sums for production of food products, 7,583,000,000 sums for production of non-food products.
The bank organized a special contest, My Business Idea, for college graduates, the main objectives of which are to provide employment for young people, especially graduates of professional colleges, improve their entrepreneurial skills, implement their innovative business ideas, and provide all-round support in setting up a business. The winner of the contest received a loan for 15 million sums for 3 years, with a 3-month grace period for implementation of the idea. At the expense of these funds, a weaving mill was launched.
This year, the Central Operational Regional Branch of Uzbekistan Joint Stock Commercial Bank allocated loan for 100 minimum wages. With these funds, we purchased new weaving equipment. 4 new jobs were created. Now we supply quality knitwear to the population.
A large-scale theatrical event of the year took place in the capital. The State Academic Bolshoi Theatre invited everyone to the first National Symphonic Open Air. This project is designed to revive the audience love for classical music, opera and ballet, presenting masterpieces of world classics. Our crew went to the enchanting world of classical music.
The big concert opened a new 88th theatre season. The format of Symphonic Open Air is unique in the concert culture. Musical events of this format are the most memorable shows of world-famous festivals in Edinburgh, Berlin, Vienna, Paris, Moscow, Rome and other capitals. The square at the big theatre has turned into a really big stage. National Symphony Orchestra for the first time performs under the open sky. The spectators immersed in the atmosphere and world of classical music and ballet, but in a completely different manner. It's just a mixture of new technologies of 21st century and the classical traditions. Among the program of the concert are the compositions of Tchaikovsky and Strauss, as well as favorite compositions of Bocelli, as well as a favorite Uzbek composer Ashrafi and Uzbekistan Dilarom. According to the organizers of the event, it was being prepared for several months and in reality is a creative experiment by the Bolshoi Theatre. So together with the main repertoire of classical opera and ballet, the creative team of the theatre prepared modern compositions such as Besame Mucho. Undoubtedly, everyone found favorite compositions in the program of the concert. For fans of opera, waltz and also ballet dancers, please the guests of the event. National Symphonic Open Air became the brightest event which opened a new theatrical season of the Bolshoi, which will soon amuse spectators of all ages.
Today's news came to an end. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye.